Hello, this is Alexander Cross, Criminal Defense here in the San Francisco Bay Area. If you'd like to learn more about criminal defense, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Law Offices of Cross & Associates, and feel free to ask questions in the comment section below so that we may respond in the future with more videos. So we received an interesting inquiry here on our YouTube channel. This has to do with somebody who was accused of a sexual assault from many years ago. Criminal lawyer, criminal lawyers, DUI lawyer, DUI lawyers, criminal attorney, criminal attorneys, DUI attorney, DUI attorneys. Let's see here. I'm accused of indecently touching a 7-year-old girl when I was 18 years old. This apparently happened 8 years ago. Okay, well, let's talk about this. You were 18, but we're talking about a girl who was 7 years old at the time. If you are being accused of touching breasts, chest, buttocks, or vagina over the clothes of a victim under the age of 10, in this case a 7-year-old, we're talking about for the purposes of gratifying yourself sexually, not some medical doctor here. This would be a violation of Penal Code Section 288 parentheses A, which is lewd and lascivious acts with a minor. This is a felony that carries up to 8 years state prison, plus having to register as a sex offender for life. Now, I understand that this apparently happened 8 years ago, but there's essentially no statute of limitations for victims of underage sex crime. Basically, what it boils down to is the statute doesn't really start to run, or the statute of limitations doesn't start to run until the victim goes to the police. Somebody could have been the victim of a sex crime at age 10 and not said anything to anybody, and then at age 40 could say, yeah, when I was 10 years old, that 50-year-old guy molested me, and they'll look into it. That's when the statute begins to run, which is for a year. But it only begins to run when the victim speaks out to authorities. Unlike other crimes, when it begins to run at the time of the incident, when it comes to underage sex crimes, no. Statute doesn't begin to run until the victim tells the authorities. And it could be anywhere. So there's essentially no statute. Technically, there's no real statute. They can tell the authorities whenever they want. Now, I mentioned something else, which is touching breasts, buttocks, or vagina over the clothes. Under the clothes, there is a little bit of an issue, especially with the vaginal area of a girl, or anus of a boy, or whatever, or a girl, depending on the situation. The reason is because what a lot of guys don't realize, or people get accused of this thing don't realize, is the concept of sexual penetration. See, if somebody were to touch a woman or a little girl's vagina, like rubbing the vagina, that's essentially going to be a penetration, because you don't actually have to stick your finger or object or penis or whatever into the victim's vagina. Like, you don't have to actually stick it in for it to be considered penetration under the law. Simply passing the lips, the labia minora, is enough for it to be considered penetration. So any kind of rubbing of that area would basically be penetration. And if the victim is under 10, if the victim is under 10 years old and you're being accused of penetration of the vagina, now we're talking about a violation of Penal Code Section 288.7 parentheses A, which carries 25 to life. And of course, it adds the sex registration on top of that. But if you're getting 25 to life, I don't think you care so much about the sex registration. Regardless, if you'd like to learn more about criminal defense here in the San Francisco Bay Area, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Law Offices of Cross & Associates, and feel free to ask questions in the comment section below so that we may respond in the future with more videos. But if you've been accused of a crime and need representation in court, call us now for a free consultation here in the San Francisco Bay Area, 1-800-862-7677. On our next video, we're going to be discussing the case of somebody who got accused of resisting arrest and obstruction of justice. Criminal lawyer, criminal lawyers, DUI lawyer, DUI lawyers, criminal attorney, criminal attorneys, DUI attorney, DUI attorneys.